Okay, let's take a look about the wiring diagram, what I have right now. At the first, I have this unit is mounted to my command video, and from there, as you can see, there is going two wires. One is the video cable, one is power cable. According to the wiring diagram, in order to this device to make it work, so it has to receive first the power and second the video signal. In my case right now, how it's already installed in the car, this wire is going through the whole interior and it's going to the trunk, and right here in this area where is inside the trunk, it connects to the rear view camera. So basically everything is fine. You see, we hooked up directly this cable without cutting, without anything, so it's connected directly to the camera. But this wire, in this case, it's de-energized, so there is no power supply. As you can see, there is no any battery which connects to this schematic diagram. So in that case, what I think is the really nice to do, I found another cable, and this cable, this one, I will connect to the lamp and ground, and on the other end, so in my case, this is the, I have a connector. It might be also without any connector, just a bare wire. So this side is connects to the power outlet on the lamp, and this one is connects to one of the point on this wire. So I can choose any point in this wire. I need to find the wires which is related to this power connector, and I need to hook up these two wires to those wires which is related to the power connector. So at the first, pretty much what I want to mention, I need to speak about the connectors. I'll zoom it so you can see it better. So there is basically a few types of the connectors. Here I draw the image with some examples, and as you can see, whatever the type of the connector, this center terminal, this always positive. In this case, this is the male positive. In this case, you see there is a metal inside. This is the female positive. And this area, this is the ground, or you can call it negative. So as you can see, according this schematic diagram, as you can see, we have this snake comb. This is this module, and then we have two cables going from that device. So one of the cable is marked video, which is this one, and another cable which is the power cable. Okay, so this power cable is this one. But there is few types of wires. You might have the situation when all the length you have this style wires, which is combined like in a two. But in this particular case, in order to make or save the play zone, the engineer, they combine these two cables in one. So let's say each cable has two wires. One is positive, one is negative. For example, for the yellow, one is positive, one is negative. For the power is also one is positive, one is negative. So we have the four metal conductor going out these two connectors, and you see this hub, and then they are combined together. In order to make this elegant wire. but we still have 4 conductors in this cable. And also, as you can see on the diagram, so these 2 wires is let's say combined in one, and all is going directly to the camera. But as we can see, there is no power supply right here. There is no power supply right now. We have the situation when only these wires is presented. But in order to energize command and the rear view camera, so we need to get the power source somewhere. And as we know, when we put our shifter to reverse, the rear lamp is going to lead. That's because it's receiving the power from the battery. Let's say from here, right there somewhere is our battery, and we have plus from the battery is going to the contact on the lamp. This, for example, this is the implemented contact, and the second leg, this is the ground or negative. In that particular case, this car has yellow plus blue strips cable presented for the positive, and brown is presented for the negative or ground. So let's say when we put our shifter into the reverse, this lamp is receiving power, but this construction is still not receiving power. So what we need to do, so the positive wire will be connecting to the yellow and blue. So this is the conductor, additional conductor, which is presented, and that, as you can see, is jumps to the positive contact on this cable, which is inside the female contact inside this plug, and the brown is goes to the negative, which is this one. This wall around, this is the negative, and this plug right there, this is the positive. Let's say in that case, in the moment when we getting power to the light, if this schematic is paralleled with this lamp, it's in the same time start to getting the power. The camera is starting to getting the power and starting to send signal to the COM, and the snake-com is also getting the power, and that is energizing that device, and device understands he like need to do its function, let's say. So the other words, when we energize the device, it's able to receive the signal and transfer that video signal to the screen. In addition, so let's say this round is implementing the lamp. So we're connecting one side to the positive and negative side on the plug, which goes to the connector for the rear light, and this second leg is going directly to this wire, which is presented inside this cable. The 2 of 4 conductors I need to connect to these conductors. So this is the whole idea, and I hope this information was helpful, and you are better understanding the schematic diagram of our particular case, and plus you see some conductors and you can understand better. Okay, I'm filming this video the few days after I've filmed the main part of the video with this schematic diagram. which is pretty much properly, except I need to clarify the one thing. So the type of the connector, I have the type of the cable. It contains not the 4 wires inside, not the 4 conductors. It has 3 conductors. One is main, one for the video, one for the power. Okay, let's jump on the schematic diagram. So if you will cut this wire, so you will see here 3 wires. The first is black, which is I mark main, then the red color wire, which is related to the power, and white, which is related for the video signal. And why I call the black wire main? Because it making the function for two these plugs. So let's say one black wire here, which is goes, it's connected to outside wall of this connector and outside wall of this connector. So let's say this is the our negative side, and on the other end it's also connecting the same way. It's connecting to the outside wall here, but in this case, because this connector is female, this inner wall, it's connected to that black main wire. Okay, then we have the second wire in this cable, which is has the red color, and that red wire is related to these connectors, because these connectors, this is the related to our power. So we need to connect the electricity to this side of this cable in order to energize all the schematic diagram. And particular that red wire is connected to this center part. The center part in the any connectors, which is the male or female, it's always plus. The same thing for this video cable. This inside shaft, this is the plus. The outside wall right there, this is always minus. Okay, I think now it's clear. And the very last cable inside of this cable is I mean the wire, and the last wire in this cable is white wire, and that is related for the video signal. And that white wire is connected to the center shaft. So as I told you, this is the plus. So that white wire connected to this shaft and this shaft, and that's how it transferred the video signal. So as you can see on the top of this diagram, so I've kind of marked the outside wall of this connector and outside wall of this connector to the black, which is main, which is related to the minus, and the center part of the red connector is related the plus for the power cable, and the center piece of the yellow connector is related to the plus but for the video signal. Okay, I think right now is
the video
more detailed and better correlating with particular situation with the cable I have and which is I already installed.